For the first time in many years, I woke up without feeling my legs weigh a ton, without that feeling of dragging a weary body along, without that burning in my ankles, or the pain that made me wonder if I could even walk to the bathroom. That morning I sat up in bed, blinked a few times, wiggled my feet, and I couldn't believe it. My legs felt light, not perfect, but alive, free, and all thanks to something that took me no more than 5 minutes the night before. It wasn't a pill, nor an expensive cream, nor a miracle massage in a luxury clinic. It was an oil, a simple natural oil that for me, and for many others my age, has restored something we thought was lost: relief. Now I know what you might be thinking, another magic recipe that promises to cure everything. But no, this is not a social media trick, nor a scam disguised as health advice. Today I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to tell you what really works, what's backed by science, by doctors, and above all, by the experience of people like you and me who aren't looking for miracles. We're looking for real solutions to real pains. Because when you're more than 60 or 70 years old, any night you can sleep without waking from cramps, tingling, or that fire in your legs is worth its weight in gold. In this video, I'm going to tell you which oil it is, why it works, how to apply it correctly, and what mistakes you must avoid. I'll explain it step by step, with examples and practical tips, so you can try it tonight if you want. Stay with me until the end, because the most important thing isn't just knowing which oil it is, but knowing how to use it properly so it truly works. And before we begin, tell me in the comments, how old are you, and where are you watching this video from? I can't wait to read your answers. Tag. The problem: swollen legs in later life. If you're over 60, you probably already know the feeling. That heaviness in your legs when evening comes. That sensation that your shoes don't fit anymore, even though they were fine in the morning. The pain that starts gently, like a tingling, and rises until it won't even let you sleep. Swollen legs are one of the most common problems in later life. And no, it's not just a minor annoyance. It's a warning. It's your body saying, something isn't working right. But why does this happen? The most common reason is fluid retention. As we age, our kidneys don't filter as well, and the body starts to store fluid where it shouldn't, in the ankles, the feet, the calves. Then there's poor circulation. Over the years, our veins weaken, the valves that push blood upward lose strength, and everything that should flow up just stagnates. It's as if your legs become little reservoirs, swollen, tight, painful. There's also another silent enemy, a sedentary lifestyle. Many older adults, out of fear of falling or simply exhaustion, move less. They spend hours sitting or lying down, and that makes everything worse. The body was made to move, and when it doesn't, it pays the price. And we can't forget the side effects of some medications: diuretics, blood pressure pills, heart treatments. Many of them disrupt the body's fluid balance or affect circulation. The result? Legs that feel like stone, that ache, that swell, that won't let you rest. Sometimes they even redden, burn, or wake you in the night with cramps so severe it feels like your muscles will snap. And here comes the worst part: the impact on your daily life. When your legs are swollen, you can't walk well. You tire more quickly. Climbing stairs becomes a struggle. You avoid going out, moving, exercising. And when you stop moving, the problem worsens. Many older adults fall into a silent cycle. Their legs hurt so they move less, which makes swelling worse, which keeps them from sleeping, which causes more fatigue. And so it goes on, until one day they can't go for their walk, can't carry the groceries, and every night is a battle against pain. That's why it's so important to seek real solutions. And this oil we're going to talk about isn't magic, but it can break that cycle. Now that you understand why inflammation happens, in the next part, we'll see how this oil works in your body and why so many older adults have felt relief while they sleep. Peg. Mrs. Teresa is 79 years old. She's lived alone for a decade in a small apartment in the city center. She's a strong-willed woman, one of those who doesn't complain about every little thing. But she'd spent years battling an enemy that stole her peace, her legs. Every evening around 6 or 7 o'clock, her ankles would begin to swell. "They'd look like drums," she'd say with a laugh, though deep down she knew there was nothing funny about it. The burning would climb up to her calves. She struggled to move. She struggled to rest. And worst of all, every night, as soon as she lay down, she felt something squeezing her from within. As if her own legs weighed more than her whole body. She tried everything. Medications, cooling creams, pillows to elevate her feet. She even wrapped ice cubes in a towel to see if that would help her sleep. But nothing brought lasting relief. Until one day, her neighbor told her about an oil to be used before bed. Natural, easy to apply, and according to her, it helped activate circulation and reduce inflammation while you rested. At first, Mrs. Teresa doubted. "I don't believe in these things," she said. But one night, after another painful day, she thought, what if it works? So she moistened her hands, rubbed her ankles, worked up to her knees with gentle movements, and went to sleep. Nothing miraculous happened that night. She didn't wake up dancing or bouncing out of bed like she was 20. But she noticed something different. She didn't wake up with cramps. She didn't feel the urge to toss, turn, or stretch her legs desperately as before. The second night, she repeated the process. This time, upon waking, she found she could set her feet on the floor without feeling them burn. And little by little, night after night, she regained something she believed was gone: peace in her sleep. After 2 weeks, she no longer needed ice. She no longer had to change positions every 15 minutes. She still had heavy days, of course, but her rest had transformed completely. What surprised her most was how simple it all was. One oil, a few minutes, a gentle massage, nothing more. And yet that simplicity returned something she hadn't felt in years: waking up without pain. Mrs. Teresa won't tell you she found a magical cure, but she will say this: at my age, anything that gives me a little relief is a gift. And that's why, in the next part, I'll tell you which oil she used, what makes it special, and why it has such strong scientific and natural backing. Hey, you're probably wondering, which oil did Mrs. Teresa use? Was it something rare, hard to find, expensive? The answer will surprise you. It wasn't. It was something simple, natural, with years, yes, years of proven history behind it. The oil that changed her nights was arnica oil. And in some cases, she mixed it with a few drops of cypress and rosemary essential oil. A blend as ancient as it is potent. Why does it work? Let's start with arnica. Arnica is a medicinal plant used for generations to treat muscle pain, bruises, and inflammation. It contains active compounds like helenoline, which have a powerful anti-inflammatory effect. When applied topically, directly to the skin, it helps reduce swelling, stimulate circulation, and relieve that heavy sensation. But there's more. This oil doesn't just soothe surface pain. It works deeply, helping your body move stagnant fluids and activating microcirculation where blood no longer flows properly. It's like giving your system a little nudge to do what it should be doing on its own. Now, cypress. Cypress essential oil has gentle vasoconstrictive properties. That means it helps strengthen veins, improve venous return, and prevent blood from pooling in the ankles and calves. It also stimulates lymphatic circulation, which is key to reducing fluid retention. And rosemary. Rosemary. That aroma so many associate with Grandma's kitchen turns out to be a potent anti-inflammatory. It has toning effects, boosts peripheral circulation, and eases muscle pain. Combined with arnica and cypress, it's a complete, well-rounded formula, perfect for tired legs. Is this backed by science? Yes. Various studies have shown that topical arnica application can significantly reduce inflammation in older adults, especially when paired with gentle massage. Rosemary has been studied for its ability to improve circulation and relieve muscle and joint pain. And cypress, though less well known, is supported by European herbal medicine for its venotonic effect, meaning it helps tone vein walls. None of this is new, but often the simplest solutions are the first we forget. And most importantly, these oils are non-invasive, don't cause dependency, and won't interfere with your medications when used topically. Now that you know which oil it is and why it works, in the next part I'll explain exactly how to use it step by step, when to apply it, how much to use, and what precautions to take for the best results. Heck, knowing which oil to use is just the first step. The real key lies in how, when, and how often you apply it. Because even the best natural remedy loses its effect if you don't use it correctly. Let me explain simply and clearly, as if we were chatting in your living room. First, when to apply it. The best time is at night, just before you go to bed. Why? Because it's during the night that your body enters repair mode. Muscles relax, circulation improves slightly, and deep rest lets the oils work for hours without interruption. Plus, lying down removes the force of gravity pushing fluid into your legs, so it's the perfect time to drain what's built up during the day. Second, how to prepare it. No complicated prep needed. You just need 1 tablespoon of a carrier oil, almond, coconut, or even extra virgin olive oil will do. 5 to 7 drops of arnica essential oil. If you have pure arnica oil, use it directly. And if you want to boost the effect, 1 to 3 drops of cypress or rosemary, or both. Mix everything in the palm of your hand. A little goes a long way, plenty for both legs. Third, how to apply it. Here's the most important part. The massage. Start at your ankles. Use gentle circular motions, moving upward toward your knees. Slowly work up your calves without pressing too hard. It's not about vigorous rubbing, but about stimulating circulation with care. If you have someone at home to help, ask them to apply it. But if you're on your own, don't worry. You can do it yourself perfectly well. This massage should take about 5 to 10 minutes, long enough for the oil to absorb and for you to sink into a state of relaxation. Many people say that after several nights of applying the oil, their legs feel lighter even before they go to sleep. Fourth, simple precautions. Don't apply the oil over open wounds, cuts, or irritated areas. If you've never used it before, do a small patch test on your forearm to ensure you have no reaction. And very importantly, don't use it in place of any prescription medication. This oil is a complement, not a substitute. That said, when used consistently, the results can surprise you. Maybe not after one night, but over the days, many older adults like you discover that sleeping with less inflamed legs changes the whole rest experience. And remember, beyond the oil itself, the massage is therapeutic too. It connects you with your body, relaxes you, and improves circulation all on its own. In the next part, we'll talk about the most important thing: why many people don't see results, and what mistakes they're unknowingly making. Because using this oil incorrectly can make you think it doesn't work, when actually you've just got the method wrong. You already know the main oil and how to apply it correctly. But now we're going to take it a step further. Because when we talk about inflammation in the legs, it's not only about reducing swelling, but about creating a full environment of relief, rest, and well-being. And for that, there are natural combinations that can boost the oil's effect, helping you sleep better and feel less discomfort upon waking. First, the carrier oil you choose matters. An essential oil on its own is far too concentrated to apply directly to the skin. That's why it's always mixed with a carrier oil. But not all carrier oils are created equal. Here are the best. Sweet almond oil. It's one of the most recommended for older adults. It's light, non-greasy, absorbs well, and has soothing properties by itself. Plus, it contains vitamin E, which helps keep skin hydrated and elastic. Fractionated coconut oil. It remains liquid even at low temperatures and has natural antimicrobial properties. It's ideal if your skin tends to dry out easily, and it also brings a soft, pleasant scent. Jojoba oil. Although called an oil, it's actually a liquid wax very similar to the skin's own sebum. This makes it especially good for sensitive or easily irritated skin. It also helps regulate oil production so it doesn't leave a sticky feeling. Second, natural boosters you can add. Now that you have your base, you can enhance its effect by adding other essential oils that work together to relieve more than one symptom at a time. Here are some excellent options. Lavender, for deep sleep. Lavender has been known for centuries for its ability to induce relaxation and improve sleep. 1 or 2 drops added to your nighttime blend will not only help reduce swelling, but also prepare your body and mind for better rest. Peppermint, for restless legs and a cooling sensation. Peppermint oil provides a light cooling effect that soothes discomfort and gives an immediate sense of lightness. It's useful if your legs feel tired, warm, or tingly at the end of the day. Chamomile, anti-inflammatory and relaxing. Both Roman and German chamomile have a gentle anti-inflammatory effect, ideal for sensitive skin or those prone to cramps. Additionally, its scent is calming and reduces nighttime anxiety. Eucalyptus, for circulation and energetic cleansing. Eucalyptus oil stimulates circulation, helps decongest the legs, and brings a feeling of openness and freshness. It's also helpful if you have nasal congestion or sleep in closed environments. Third, a suggested combined recipe. Here's a safe and effective blend you can easily prepare at home. 1 tablespoon of sweet almond oil, or your preferred carrier. 5 drops of arnica or cypress essential oil. 2 drops of lavender. 1 drop of peppermint or eucalyptus, optional according to your preference. Mix everything in the palm of your hand or in a small bottle. Always remember to perform a patch test on your arm before applying it fully, especially if it's your first time using any of these oils. One last tip. If you turn this moment into a little nightly ritual, dim lights, soft music, deep breaths as you apply the oil, not only will you be caring for your body, you'll be sending your mind the message that it's time to rest, let go, and heal. In the next part, we'll talk about common mistakes that keep many people from seeing results despite using oils every day. And you, do you already know which carrier oil you'll pair yours with tonight? Jack. It's normal to have doubts when it comes to natural remedies. After all, we've seen many empty promises, miraculous products that don't work, and fads that vanish as quickly as they arrive. But what I'm sharing with you today is neither superstition nor baseless folk belief. It's an approach backed by scientific evidence, by doctors who believe in integrative medicine, and above all, by thousands of older adults who have found real relief. What does science say? In recent years, numerous studies have examined the effects of essential oils such as arnica, cypress, rosemary, lavender, and peppermint in treating muscle pain, inflammation, and circulatory disorders. For example, arnica oil study. A study published in the International Journal of Phytotherapy and Phytopharmacology showed that topical arnica has an effect comparable to conventional anti-inflammatory gels in people with osteoarthritis or mild muscle pain. This means it not only helps reduce inflammation, but also improves mobility in those experiencing stiffness, especially in the legs. Cypress oil study. Cypress has been researched for its vasoconstrictor and lymphatic effects, that is, it helps improve blood and fluid return. This is vital for older adults with circulation issues or swollen legs from sitting or standing too long. Lavender oil review. A review published by the National Library of Medicine confirmed that lavender has mild anxiolytic, sedative, and anti-inflammatory effects. In short, it helps you sleep better, reduces muscle tension, and calms the mind. These studies aren't new. They've been replicated in different countries and contexts with consistent results. And while they don't replace medical treatment when needed, they can be an excellent complement to improving well-being and reducing reliance on medications. And what do professionals say? Many physiotherapists, naturopathic doctors, and geriatricians are beginning to integrate essential oils into their recommendations, especially for chronic pain and inflammation in older adults. A physiotherapist who has worked with seniors for more than 20 years told us, "Sometimes a simple nighttime routine with essential oils does more for my patients' sleep and muscle recovery than a handful of pills. The key is teaching them to use oils correctly and consistently. And it's not only alternative professionals. Many conventional doctors are open to these approaches when they see that they don't interfere with medical treatments and do provide relief. Real experiences, people like you. Perhaps the most powerful testimonials don't come from laboratories, but from older adults who started using these oils out of curiosity and found relief. An 81-year-old man who suffered for years from swollen legs told us, "I didn't expect anything miraculous. I just wanted to sleep without feeling like I had cement blocks on my calves. After a week of using the oil every night, something changed. It wasn't immediate. But one morning I woke up, sat on the bed, and didn't feel the usual pain. I thought it was a fluke. But since then, I've slept better almost every night." And like him, many others have reported fewer nighttime awakenings due to cramps, reduction in leg pain and heaviness, better mood during the day from a good night's rest, less use of over-the-counter pain relievers. Science supports what many bodies are already feeling. Used with knowledge and consistency, these oils can change how you sleep, move, and live. So far, we've talked about how this oil helps with swollen legs, and that alone is a great reason to try it. But what many people discover over time is that the benefits don't stop there. This oil and this nightly routine begin to transform other health aspects as well. And that happens because the body is a connected system where everything influences everything. Today, I want to share 3 benefits that many older adults have noticed, even without expecting them. 1. It improves the lymphatic system. You may never have heard much about the lymphatic system, but it's one of the body's most important systems, especially when talking about inflammation, fluid retention, and natural defense. The lymphatic system is like a network of channels that clean and drain excess fluids, toxins, and waste from the body. With age, this network slows down, contributing to swelling, a feeling of heaviness, and greater susceptibility to infections. A nightly massage with oils like cypress, arnica, rosemary, or peppermint, combined with gentle movements, helps activate that lymphatic system, making it work better. This means less fluid buildup, less inflammation, a more awake internal system, cleaner, more agile. It's like giving your internal cleaning network a boost, and you'll notice it. 2. Stress reduction and better sleep. There's something almost magical about a nighttime massage ritual. It's not just the oil, it's the act of self-care, the pause before sleep, the contact with your own body. And if you add a few drops of lavender or chamomile, the experience becomes even more relaxing. Many older adults who have adopted this practice not only feel less pain, but also less anxiety, better mood, and deeper sleep. Because when you reduce physical stress, you also calm the mind. And when the body feels safe, protected, cared for, sleep comes more easily. Studies show that certain natural aromas activate brain regions that regulate sleep and stress response. So even if pain isn't your main issue, this routine can help you sleep better, unwind after a tough day, and release accumulated tension. 3. Improved circulation throughout the body. Leg inflammation is often the most obvious symptom, but poor circulation affects many other parts of the body, often without immediate notice. Common signs of poor circulation in older adults include cold hands, numb feet, tingling in the fingers, changes in skin color, increased sensitivity to cold. When you apply these essential oils and perform a gentle massage, you're activating circulation not only in the legs, but throughout the venous system. Over time, this can translate into warmer feet, less numbness, greater sensitivity in the hands, lower risk of pressure ulcers. All of this happens gradually, but consistently. Because when you give your body what it needs every day, even in small doses, it responds. And as we always say on this channel, it's not just about living longer, it's about living better, with less pain, more mobility, more rest, and a deeper connection with your body. So now you know. Even if you started this routine just for your legs, you may end up discovering that it helps your sleep, stress, circulation, and above all, your quality of life. In the next part, I'll share a step-by-step guide to create your own nightly routine with these oils. Because the most important thing isn't just knowing, it's doing. At this point, you already know that essential oils can have a powerful effect on your body, your rest, and your well-being. But it's also important to speak honestly about the most common mistakes. Because, as with everything in life, if you don't use them correctly, you won't see results. And in some cases, you could even harm yourself without realizing it. So if you're thinking of trying this routine, listen carefully to these warnings. Some might surprise you. Myth number 1. The more you use, the faster it works. This is one of the most frequent mistakes. We think, if 1 drop helps, then 5 must be better. But with essential oils, it doesn't work that way. These oils are concentrated, extremely potent. They're extracted from plants, flowers, bark, and often a single drop contains the power of an entire plant. Using more doesn't mean better results. In fact, it can cause skin irritation, especially if your skin is delicate or sensitive due to age. Excess oil can also overwhelm your body, block olfactory receptors, and even trigger headaches or nausea. The key? Less is more. 1 or 2 drops, properly applied and well distributed, are more than enough to get the desired effect. Error number 2, using pure oils undiluted. This mistake is related to the first, but even more dangerous. Many people buy essential oil and apply it directly to the skin, without mixing it with a carrier oil. And while some mild oils like lavender can be tolerated alone, most should never be used pure, especially on inflamed legs or thin skin. Arnica oil, for example, must be diluted in a carrier oil such as coconut, jojoba, or sweet almond. Why? Because essential oils are like natural medicines, powerful, concentrated, and if mishandled, they can produce adverse effects. So never apply them alone. Always blend them in a base that protects your skin and helps absorption. False belief: all oils work the same. This is another very common mistake. Sometimes we hear that someone used eucalyptus oil and it worked, so we go and buy any oil thinking they all do the same thing. But they don't. Each oil has distinct properties. Some are more anti-inflammatory, others more relaxing, others boost circulation, and some can even interact with certain medications or health conditions. That's why it's not about using any oil, but about choosing the right one for your case, ideally backed by reliable information or professional advice if you have doubts. Here, for example, we're talking about oils that help reduce leg inflammation, improve sleep, and activate circulation. But if you use stimulating or incompatible oils, you could be doing the opposite of what your body needs. So choose carefully. Learn. And if you can, start with the oils we've mentioned in this video: arnica, rosemary, cypress, lavender, all mixed in a good carrier oil. Finally, the quietest mistake: impatience. You might not admit it out loud, but many of us have been there. We want immediate results. We expect the pain to vanish, the swelling to go down, and to sleep like angels, all overnight. And if it doesn't happen, we give up. But let me tell you something very important. This is not a miracle cure. It's a natural practice, consistent and gradual, that works little by little, night after night. And if you keep at it, if you give it time and consistency, your body will thank you. Many of the benefits we've shared don't appear in 1 or 2 days. You usually notice them after a week, sometimes 2, and then they become a deep, lasting change. So if you decide to start, do it with commitment, not with haste, not with magical expectations, but with patience, care, and attention. Because in the end, true change doesn't happen all at once. It happens when you choose to care for yourself every single night, without fail. If you've read this far, you're probably wondering, where can I get this oil? How do I know if what I buy is really good? That's an excellent question. Because let me be completely honest, not all oils on the market are trustworthy. And if you buy a low-quality one, you not only won't see results, You could be applying something that has nothing to do with what the label promises. That's why this part is crucial. Here's exactly what to look for before you buy, what to avoid, and even how you can prepare it yourself at home if you prefer. What to look for on a label. Full botanical name. For example, if it's lavender oil, it should say Lavandula angustifolia. If it's rosemary, Rosmarinus officinalis. This confirms it's not just a fragrance or blend, but the real plant extract. Type of extraction. Ideally, it should indicate steam distillation for essential oils or cold pressing for vegetable oils like coconut, jojoba, or sweet almond. These natural techniques preserve therapeutic properties. Purity or therapeutic grade certifications. Some brands add seals indicating the product is organic, pesticide-free, and suitable for topical or therapeutic use. If you see terms like "for aromatic use only" or "do not apply to skin," that's not the one you need. Clear ingredient list with no additives. A good essential oil should have only one ingredient, the plant, and nothing else. If you see words like parfum, artificial fragrance, mineral oil, or petrolatum, it's best to pass. Where not to buy. Avoid oils that are sold without a complete label, are suspiciously cheap. A pure essential oil is never dirt cheap. Are offered in informal markets without proper sanitary registration or traceability. Are sold as generic massage oils with no clear contents. Many oils in non-specialized stores, supermarkets, or anonymous online shops actually don't contain the active ingredient you're seeking. Remember, you're not buying a perfume. You're buying a product to apply on your body for therapeutic purposes. It's worth investing a bit more in quality and safety. What if you want to prepare it at home? Good question. You can easily make your own infusion oil using fresh or dried plants like arnica, rosemary, chamomile, or lavender. Here's a basic example. Take dried arnica or rosemary flowers, place them in a clean glass jar. Cover completely with a high-quality vegetable oil like almond or olive oil. Seal tightly and let it rest for 2 or 3 weeks in a warm place, shaking gently every other day. Then strain the oil, store it in a dark glass bottle, and voila! It won't be as concentrated as a distilled essential oil, but it will still retain many of the plant's anti-inflammatory properties. It's an economical, natural, and satisfying alternative if you enjoy making your own remedies. In short, look for pure, well-labeled oils extracted naturally from reputable brands. Avoid cheap, unregulated products or those with questionable ingredients. And if you have the time and curiosity, you can even make your own infusion at home. Just remember to be patient and careful, because what you put on your skin ends up inside your body. So choose consciously. Now we've covered the problem, the oil, how to apply it, and what science says. Here's what you can do tonight to start feeling a real change in your legs. Yes, the oil helps, but combined with simple yet powerful habits, the results can be even greater. Below is a complete nightly routine you can follow step by step. It's easy, requires no expensive equipment, and only takes a few minutes before bed. Get ready to sleep better, reduce inflammation, and treat your legs like they deserve. Step 1. Massage with the right oil. Make sure your legs are clean and dry. Take a little of the oil, arnica, cypress, rosemary, or a blend in coconut or almond oil. Gently apply from your ankles upward toward your heart. Always massage from bottom to top to stimulate circulation. Use slow, circular yet firm movements. You don't need to press hard, just be consistent. Spend at least 5 minutes per leg, focusing on areas where you feel heaviness or pain. This not only activates circulation, but also signals your body that it's time to rest. If you can, do this with dim lights and in silence. Your body will start relaxing even before you lie down. Step 2. Elevate your legs. After the massage, lie down on your bed or a comfortable sofa and prop your legs on cushions or against the wall at about a 45-degree angle. Hold this position for 10 to 15 minutes. This simple move reduces pressure in your veins, helps drain accumulated fluids, lessens the feeling of heaviness. Use this time to breathe deeply, listen to soft music, or simply close your eyes. Step 3. Hydrate well before bed. Did you know dehydration can worsen leg inflammation? Many older adults avoid drinking at night for fear of waking up to use the bathroom, but having just a small glass of water or a gentle herbal infusion can hydrate you without overloading your bladder. Good choices include chamomile, dandelion, or horsetail tea. Avoid coffee or black tea in the evening, as they can interfere with sleep. Step 4. Include movement during the day. Here's a truth that's sometimes hard to accept. No oil or remedy works well if we spend the whole day immobile. You don't need to run or join a gym. Simply take a 15 to 20-minute walk in the morning or late afternoon. Move your feet while seated. Do ankle circles, raise your heels, or walk a few steps every hour. These gentle movements boost circulation, prevent blood from pooling in your legs, and enhance the oil's nighttime effect. Step 5. Mind your dinner. What you eat also affects how you sleep and how your legs feel. Avoid very salty, heavy, or late dinners. Excess salt retains fluids, leading to more inflammation and swollen legs. Try to eat at least 2 or 3 hours before bedtime. Include circulation-friendly foods like spinach, avocado, garlic, cucumber, or berries. If you can, end your meal with a soothing digestive tea. Mint or valerian are great options. In summary, if every night you follow this simple ritual, massage with oil, elevate your legs for a few minutes, do a bit of movement each day, stay hydrated, and eat a light dinner, you're sending a clear message to your body. I care about how I feel. I'm taking care of myself. And believe me, your body will notice. Night after night, your legs will start to feel lighter, less swollen, and more alive. Dick, you may have arrived here with doubts, thinking it's just another empty promise you hear everywhere. But if there's one thing I want you to remember tonight, it's this. It's not magic. It's applied knowledge with consistency. What you've learned in this video isn't a hidden secret or a magical formula reserved for a few. It's something many older adults are discovering on their own. That there are natural oils with real effects. That a simple massage can change how your body feels. That elevating your legs, moving a bit, and eating lighter can make a huge difference. That relief is possible, even at 80, if you know what to do before sleep. Today, we're so accustomed to seeking pill-based solutions that we forget the body also responds to touch, rest, and simple, honest care. You don't need to be 20 to feel good. You don't need to run marathons or live in a spa. You just need to know how to care for yourself better, night after night. And if you're willing to give it a chance, then this video will have been worth it. I want you to know, you're not alone in this. Thousands of people around the world are seeking the same things you are: relief, rest, and lighter legs at the end of the day. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried oils to relieve your legs? Would you like to try it this week? Tell me in the comments, your age and where you're watching from. Reading your story will help me keep creating content for real people like you. And if you know someone who also suffers from heavy or swollen legs, share this video. You might be giving them something far more valuable than a tip, a peaceful night's sleep. Thank you for being here, for sticking around until the end, and for giving yourself a chance. I'll see you in the next video. Until soon.